Hello everybody. I'm going to spend a few minutes explaining to you the Spirited Arts Art and Poetry competition for 2021. This is a competition from the National Association of Teachers of RE, and it's something that you might be interested in entering this year. So for this competition there are 5 main themes that you can select from. You need to create a piece of artwork inspired by one of these 5 themes. So as it says there, you can create your competition entry using a variety of media. You could do a piece of poetry, drawing, painting, video, a sculpture, or any other media that you have at your disposal at home. This gives you the opportunity to play to your strengths. So these are the 5 topics, and you can choose, so if you just read through each of those themes, and then it gives you a little bit of an idea about the sort of things that the judges will be looking for, something to sort of give you, to hook you in really, to decide which of these themes would most suit you and inspire you to produce a piece of artwork. So the 5 themes here, we have a quote. We have far more in common with each other than that which divides us. So for this one, really it's talking about the fact that we're all one human race. We've all got lots of differences, we've all got lots of divisions, lots of religions are different, but we are all the same too. And just talking about that whole idea of being united, being one human race, rather than focusing on the things that are different between people. So that there gives you some explanation on this slide, telling you about what sort of things you could include and incorporate in your poem or your drawing or your painting or so on. The next topic is God's Good Earth, and this is all about really sort of the climate change and the fact that religious people believe that God's earth is so beautiful and yet human beings aren't looking after it very well. So again, if you have a read through the explanation there, that might give you some ideas about what you could incorporate in your piece of artwork. The third topic, where is God? Sort of one of those ultimate questions, isn't it? One that we've looked at over the last 5 years at school. So how do people go about looking for God? Where would they find God? Where would they search for God? Is it prayer, or is it in their holy place of worship? Do they find it in their holy book? Is there a particular quote? This can be done from an atheist perspective or from a theist perspective as well. Fourth topic is healing. So there are lots of examples in lots of religious stories about people who have had healing. So we've looked at stories about Jesus healing the blind. We've looked at, when we did about pilgrimage, about people who go to places like Lourdes because they believe if they bathe in the water then that can heal them. So it's a physical healing. We also have spiritual healing that you could actually refer to in here as well. And then the 5th topic is inspiring. So what inspires you? Is it a quote you've read? Is it a person, a place, a song? So basically explaining through your artwork sort of what inspires you or who inspires you, and producing a piece of artwork that links to that particular theme. Once you've completed your piece of artwork or poetry, the competition then requires you to produce a short written piece of work, a few paragraphs long, just explaining your artwork. So they have given a number of prompts here for your writing. So you haven't got to use all of them. They suggest here using 8. So I say sort of pick 8 to 10 as sentence starters or paragraph starters, and then just use that to help your writing flow. So you're really just explaining what your piece of artwork or your poetry is about, how it links to the theme that you've chosen, what inspired you, did you use any particular religion to refer to. So just explaining it really in detail using your piece of written work. So once you have completed your piece of artwork, and you have done your written explanation of your artwork or your poetry, there is a deadline to that, a deadline time, so that we can get those submitted from school. It does on this slide just tell you a little bit about the size of the artwork. So if you look at the first bullet point there, it talks about these, writing briefly about your artwork. 400 words is the maximum really. So no more than an A4 sheet handwritten. Your piece of artwork, if you're going to create it, no larger than A3 really if we've got to send it off. Or if you are producing a larger piece of work, then we can take a digital photograph of it, if it's sort of like a 3D piece of work, or if you've chosen to do something that you need to record, then that can be sent off as well. It says here no more than 10 entries, so that if we do get more than 10 entries to this, then we will have to do some sort of school-based judging first and decide which 10 we're going to send off. The deadline for us to get it to the competition is the 31st of July. So with that in mind, we would like ours in by the 9th of July, please. So you can bring those into school or email them through. There's some more extra details on there as well about digital videos and things like that. But please make sure that you're not using any copyrighted music or images in your work if that is applicable to your piece of artwork. So just as a reminder, you submit your artwork or your poetry and then a written explanation of your work. Send that into school by Friday the 9th of July. We can then get those sent off before the deadline at the end of July. Good luck, enjoy being creative, and hopefully we might have some winners from Perry Fields. Thank you.